This episode of the Devinwade Show is brought to you by the Barber's Lounge and New Souls Inc.'s No Child Left Off line. Let's keep our kids safe while they learn during this pandemic. If you would like to help, please Cash App $NEWSOLESNCLO.
S.O.S.
Me stop that.
DJ Chelsea Lee.
I was down on my luck. Where was you at? Said, where was you at? I almost gave up. I almost said, fucking nigga, where was you at? Said, where was you at? When I lost all my work, I lost the whole bag. Where was you at? Said, where was you at? Well, I tried to kill me. They was trying to smoke me on. And where was you at? Where was you? When I was in the cell, where was you? When I was doing bad, where was you? When I called home, where was you? When I was doing bad, where was you? Fresh out of prison, I had them panicking. They was moving, now they stiller than a mannequin. Just kept pushing forward with the planning and just keep winning till I'm feeling like the champion. See, I was on the street and I was scrambling. With my life and with my freedom, I was gambling. Crapped out, so they threw me in the can again. Got into a fight, I left him sleeping like an ambient. I'm just trying to chill and kick back. Stacking high, count them big racks. Can us real niggas get some get back? Take the cash and give us money, make a nip back.
What's up, everybody? What up, though? Welcome to a special episode of the Devinwade Show. I'm your DJ Chelsea Lee, and I'm gonna send you over to DevNasty.
What up? I am your host, DevNasty, aka Dangerous DevNasty, aka Choke Your Mama, aka Choke Your Pop Out. And today you are, I don't know if you're tuned into or if you're watching a special episode of Sound Only Saturdays, because I'm trying other pursuits, man. I always wanted to, be a filmmaker. At one point I was a film star or low budget porn film star, and now I'm going to try.
You never called me for a little role or nothing?
Nah, stingy.
That's crazy.
I was 100% stingy. I'm the only nigga in my films.
See.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna try my hand at this real quick. Run out, cop some cameras, and see what we could do on a Sound Only Saturday joint. That song that you just heard, "Where Was You" by Funch the Camden Kid. That shit went hard.
That joint fire. The video's out too. So make sure everybody go check out the video. My guy, Funch the Camden Kid.
Yeah, what's it on? BET Jams?
Yeah, he been getting that BET love, which is well deserved. It might be on MTV too. I don't know, because Funch been waving off, and that shit just is everywhere. Where Was You? It's a real record, man. We go through a lot of hard times, and people definitely talk that. We talk that there for each other type talk, but a lot of times it really be like, where was you, man?
Yeah, she just threw a splash out of nowhere. And speaking of that splash, when Wally was listening to the song, I guess there was a part where Funch said, my ops tried to kill me.
I thought he said,
what you thought?
Aunt tried to kill him.
She was like, my aunt tried to kill me. They was trying to smoke me, homie. She thought that his mom's sister was trying to get him out of here.
I mean, shit happens.
I will tell you.
That's what I was going to say, Garnett. Unfortunately, that could be a reality in
I know
cities.
them personally, and they have a very goon-like gangster family, for sure. But let me talk about the man next to me. He is a politician,
Newly.
barber,
Newly.
Psychiatrist.
Not yet. Working on it.
What else?
I'm in school.
What's up? Some of the
Underwater ceramic technician. Mountain climber. Hang glider. Pilot.
Damn!
That's everything new this week.
Oh man,
Yo, you went crazy over the Labor Day weekend. You was fucking. Because you gotta understand, when you tell me this shit, I be next to you imagining shit. So now I'm seeing you jumping out of planes.
Yeah. You see, he was jumping up in his drawers. You know what I'm saying, in the pictures after our last episode.
I saw him under pools until he told me that the ceramic technician is really just a dishwasher.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He fucked all my hopes up.
Then you see him in the back of the restaurant, right, washing dishes.
They love that too.
With Dawn.
They loved it.
With Dawn?
Yeah, with Dawn. The Dawn calling
The Dawn that washes the ducks.
Y'all probably won't get the jokes if y'all don't usually watch the motherfucking Sound Only Saturday. But give him the call. Garnett Briscoe.
I'm in the building, man. What's going on? I got Patron in my cup. It's I ain't gonna shout out the day, but it's Saturday, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. keep it moving. But, it's Saturday, right? All right. Yeah.
I'll be forgetting days too. Listen.
Only Saturday.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't have a bartender in today, so Chelsea Lee is everything. She's our DJ. She's like you with all the jobs
She's
and
the
shit.
nasty girl.
Nasty girl.
I might be twerking later.
You know what I'm saying?
A little
What?
twerk session in.
What? And a bartender, like everything wrapped in one, man. But to the left of Garnett Briscoe, we have we're about to put together a portfolio of such, a best of just Porter Rich's sex scenes in movies, because he Mr. Keep a sex scene on him.
I liked it what you started with, a portfolio.
Yeah.
But if anything, listen,
Porter.
I got a perfect idea. Since it's for my porn scenes, right? All my lost porn scenes that a lot of people haven't seen.
Well, so now you're calling a porn scene. See, before you were saying it was respectful.
sex scenes.
Sex scenes.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
he's
porn because you got
claiming
this
it
porn.
finally.
You got the
You
word
own
porn
the
in my
piece.
head
You
because
own the piece.
you
It has
started
to
out
be.
with doing the porn shit. But don't worry about it. Listen, a portfolio is what we're gonna do, but we're gonna put a D in it because it's gonna be a lot of D in it. So it's gonna be it's gonna be
The port is getting D?
it's gonna be a portfolio. With the D, like I'm just folding
Because a lot
joints.
of D.
It's a portfolio.
Oh, because it's a porn, right?
I'm just gonna be folding joints all in this joint, all crazy. It's gonna be
Meaning folding them? Like folding the
You
joint
know
when
what
you
type
get
of
hungry, you
folding-
put it
you
legs
know what
up.
type
I'm
of-
just making sure.
You know what type of folding I'm talking about. That
I don't know.
folding
Where you're like,
that
ow, my
folding
legs
when-
don't go that far.
folding
That's
when y'all
folding.
drooling on niggas' pillows. Right after. That's when you get folded. When you drooling on the pillow, you snore this shit. You ain't want to
You
get
must have
caught
some
out like
good
that.
D if you got somebody drooling.
I've had them drooling.
Sometimes you gotta make them go. That you gotta do.
No, that's a word that they don't accept these
Yeah,
days,
that's
Garnett.
not
Take
nice,
that back.
Garnett.
Run that back
Take
before
it
you
back.
get our
So
sponsors
take it
taken
back.
away from us.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, you gotta apologize.
My bad.
You right there like, fuck that.
And,
I know what I meant by
You
that.
want to make the
man.
girls go crazy.
Now, but look, all the time,
Stupid motherfucker to get fired on your day off.
all the time, listen, all the time, it ain't even gotta be about the craziest D. It could just be you might go the hardest.
But
It's
what
not
if you
hard
were
work.
just really tired before you had sex? And
I
he's like, I got you
know.
drooling, girl. You like,
Nah,
I'm
nigga,
sorry.
I was tired.
She was like, I was already rolling off Molly.
But listen, that could be a
Now
different
it's out.
case. But all I'm asking y'all right now is to just be honest and just say it. Like it's a such thing as a nigga knocking y'all back to the wall,
Right.
giving you that crazy round,
Right.
crazy round of two, and you
those are
KO.
good.
And they know
you
because
done.
these
Crazy
people,
round of two.
these two women,
done.
who are normally known as the detectives. This is the head detective. We heard a new one earlier.
That was Chelsea.
Chelsea,
She added it
what
on.
are y'all called now?
The dictators.
The dictators.
We dictate this shit,
Yo,
all right?
yo.
We dictate the
We're not the regulators. We're the dictators.
We dictate
dictators is
everything.
crazy.
We're gonna make a regulators remix.
Yeah, dictators. They out here in low cut and high cut things, as you see. Chelsea Lee and also Wally D in her Daisy Dukes. She got her Daisy Dukes on. That's why it looks like she's probably naked. All you see is fanny pack and shit like that. But that is our fashionista, Waleska D, fresh off a workout too. Like she just came here
Yes.
fresh off a
I
workout.
was working
Ding.
out, getting my little weight training in.
Showing her new butt off.
I knew you was looking at my butt
Yeah,
earlier. I
showed her
knew
new
it.
butt
I
off.
knew it. Listen, people.
Hold up, but this ain't a cop joint. This is you. You didn't
Not-
cop it.
Nah, this what?
The butt.
The
You
butt.
didn't
Nah,
cop
this
it.
is me.
Oh, you've been working
Squat.
on
I've
it.
been deadlifts, squats. Chelsea
I'm
was
the
telling me
homie,
I need
listen.
to get my lifting in to get that result.
Don't let Wally lie to y'all. She know I'm the homie she could come to and be like, Rich, is it flat? Is it crazy? It's like how I'm coming
He was
along.
looking at it earlier. I peeped and I was like, don't be looking at my ass.
Because it's new to me. My homie comes out with these little ass shorts, these little Daisy Duke joints, like you going out for the part in the new fucking series of
Or the-
it.
yeah, new
Dukes of
Chase-
Hazzards. No, the new Dukes of Hazards, nigga. She ain't about to be the 2020
There you go,
Daisy
man.
Duke.
With the
Like,
braids
Dukes
too.
of
I can
Hazzard.
picture you.
So I was just like, okay,
Yo,
but I
can
know
we
she
make
in the
that?
gym.
Can we
though.
make a Camden Dukes of Hazzard?
Oh,
How would
it'll
that
be
work?
crazy. It'll be crazy.
Niggas jumping out the Impala and all of that. That'd be all right, yo.
Yeah,
Dukes of Hazzard.
you got to get a classic stolen car that they used to steal all the time in Camden.
Honda Accords.
I was
today-
gonna say that.
It's a lot of news, man. In the last couple days, man, it's fucking mind blowing, man. This guy stays in the news. Joseph Button is back in the news. It's our job to report the news. And I said on our last Sound Only Saturday that when you get in certain beefs, certain situations, you make certain enemies, they will try to take you down. And I spoke on some of these things specifically last Saturday. I said, be on the lookout for these things coming. And it didn't take, we didn't have to go through one episode.
Right.
Already, Joe Budden's in the news, and they trying to get him from every angle. Yeah. I don't even know where to which one should we even start on?
Let's get the most. I think just my suggestion. Let's talk about the dog shit real quick because it's the most goofy shit to me, and then we could get to the real family shit. But let's kill the dog shit first. Like, and I just want to, if I can start it off, I just want to say like, okay, for somebody that don't know, that's not familiar with pets, with animals, and how certain things go with animals when it comes to breeding, when it comes to sexual tension and an animal releasing, mating with another animal maybe, or if not being able to do that a different way.
Don't
whatever.
say animals, say dogs.
A dog, okay. In this case, let's talk about dogs. For me, when I heard about it, of course, you just like, for me, it's I laugh. I'm like, because instantly I'm thinking, how you thinking, Dev? I'm thinking like, okay, they just bringing up goofy shit now. Yeah. On this man, trying to just spark shit up,
I was waiting for it.
And my whole thing was, okay, Joe Budden, I heard him say himself something about, at times if he know his dog he keeps his dog away from other pets. From what I'm hearing, his dog don't be around other pets. And at times he knows around the time, he knows the behaviors of his dog when it gets into like a sexual mode, right? Right? And needs to release, right? And I know I heard him say something about he be like playing with the balls or whatever. That's his dog. He gonna take care of his dog, whatever. Where to some, yes. To me, whatever. I don't judge people. So to me, it's always like, whatever. I'm a crazy motherfucker too. So I understand crazy to a certain level. I was just like, whatever. But I know about dogs, period. And then somewhere I heard that, now we just heard that there's court documents that supposedly somebody called on him before, or somehow, some way, it had to be somebody that called or made some type of report for them to have legal documents saying that he was supposedly masturbating his dog off.
But that wasn't from his baby mom. That's not who the documents were from.
No,
I'm not sure. They didn't say in what we heard, in the clip we heard.
Yeah, they didn't state.
But regardless, the documents come from somebody making a report.
But my whole thing is, I just wanted to cover both, because he's being accused of jerking the dog, masturbating the dog, and then he even mentioned himself out of his mouth that at times he would fondle his dog, rub on the balls, whatever.
He talked about that on his show, and people laughed at it and just was whatever it was. Like, he actually said that on the show. So it's just one of those things where, depending on when it's brought up,
right?
You know what I'm saying? How it's brought up. I mean, it wasn't even it wasn't a hidden thing.
Yeah.
It was something that he spoke about freely on the show. Everybody laughed. It got ratings. It did what it did, and kept it moving. Right?
I just can't help. Dev, not to cut you off, bro, but I just can't. I don't want to miss this point, but I just can't help how, like, every time I go back to the division deficiency syndrome. We are the most easily divided people, bro. We are the most easily people turned on each other to fucking tear down one another, I feel like, bro. Like, because as soon as we hear some shit like this, and mind you getting the details about it, like, okay, his dog don't be around no other dogs. First of all, it's dog breeders that jerk dogs off. Like, dogs will get dogs, pit bulls, all kinds of shit. Right now, my dog is in heat. My dog can't be around just any motherfucking dog, because my dog is like a killer type dog. And people that know my dog know what it is. Like, so if I can't find like a certain type dog that I know, and the owner's got to be comfortable too with my dog coming around. If I can't find just the perfect situation, period, I might have to go to somebody in the hood who specialize in that, where they'll get your dog off, because your dog behavior be crazy. Your dog start acting up, and who knows, it could probably be unhealthy for your dog to kind of like remain like that. So you're saying
basically in the hood with a lot of people that have that's a normal practice anyway, that they're making a thing that's like
all they doing is, when it seemed like somebody be pushing these buttons, right? Because again, we just heard even since Santana, whatever, said, that she didn't even leak they shit. We just heard a recording of her saying that recent, that she didn't even was the one, and she sounded like she pissed off that her family shit is out there on the forefront, right? So even with this fucking dog shit, whoever these goofy people be, right? Because they goofy people. They obviously evil people. They want to tear like one of ours down, right? They want to tear one of ours down because one of ours is talking ownership and teaching that shit to motherfuckers.
Which is the
Right.
most
Right?
dangerous shit in the world in this business, man.
Talking ownership and teaching it. Like he said, I'm getting the information and I'm coming back giving it to the people.
Right.
So now all of a sudden we hearing all this dog shit, right? Little dog shit, whatever. About how
Wasn't there
somebody-
last week.
And it ain't no real crazy shit with no animal. And the reason why I want to say that is because we've seen crazy shit. And not to even, because I love my white people. I'm not no racist person. But in a lot of these videos, it was white people that I would see like sucking dogs' dicks. Like
You talking about
no.
I've seen that. Porno, I can vouch. I've seen some nasty
Like,
shit.
no. Like getting fucked by like horses, my nigga.
Nah, it's real shit.
Like getting fucked by horses, my
Bestiality.
nigga. But we won't talk about that. We won't drill that and bring it to the forefront. We won't talk about that for 4 weeks, for months, and say, yo, take that man's show, or yo, where these people at? Arrest these people. Because this shit is animal cruelty, or whatever the case may be. We laugh at shit like that and be like, man, these motherfuckers crazy. We do anyway. That's what we do. The color community, us, the black Latinos, we look at that shit and we be like, oh, that shit crazy. Them niggas, man, I would never do that. Them motherfuckers,
wild.
yeah, them motherfuckers is, man, that's some nasty shit. That's about far as we going with that, right? The white people not even going to dress it. They going to catch wind of it, see it, and say the same thing. It's some crazy
Hey,
motherfuckers.
that's your speciality.
Right.
That's what they
And
do.
some of them might even condone the shit, but some of them, the ones that don't condone that nasty shit might just see it and say the same people the black people said. Like, yo, that's some nasty shit. These some crazy motherfuckers, right? But soon as we see our own people, we ready to make all these different suggestions, all these different recommendations. Now we've ridden with whatever wave a nigga, whatever motherfucking picture a nigga paint and put out there, we quick to get behind it. That's why we so easily torn apart. That's why white people, and shout out to the white people. Shout out to the white people, because niggas need to take a page out their book.
How they work together,
yeah,
how
and
they shake
they don't slay theirs. When theirs get fucked up, when a nigga like Harvey Weinstein
Everybody backing
rape
him
a
up.
bunch of right, and end up getting to 25 years, get found guilty, they still quiet. They like it's over.
Yeah,
Let him.
never happened.
They like it's over. Let him go do his time.
Wow.
But what do?
We bashed them.
We still listen. Even the other day, I'm even guilty of it. I'm guilty of it because I just get caught up in the shit with us. Sometimes we laugh and we joking. But even like I think last week we was joking on Bill. Little jokes on Bill. Laughing. Hee ha ha. All the memes, all that shit. If you notice, the other group of people didn't do it. We ain't seen no Harvey Weinstein memes. We ain't seen none of them looking real stocky in jail like they did Bill. They had Bill looking real stocky in jail. And I get it. We like to joke and laugh and play. But when you boil this shit down and you get serious at the end of it all, it really does matter that people don't do they people how we do our people. And half the time, we don't even be having the motherfucking facts. Motherfuckers is just riding a wave. It's sad.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Nah, that shit wild, man.
Portifacts.
Yeah, I don't even want to stay on the dog
dog
subject.
shit,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure you just hit basically everything that I felt, and everybody here pretty much. It's when it comes to your animals, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your animal, how to treat your animal in a sense. Because there's other jobs out there, even with, like, I've seen people that have cows. Of course, they're breeding as well, but they stick their whole hand in their ass just to make sure that their stomach and digestive system is okay. You know what I'm saying? They literally go in there and pull shit out of the cow's
Right, because
ass.
it's not like anything is being done in a way to pleasure you sexually or
Yeah.
something like that.
It's
Like,
not
and that's what
sexual.
this shit is trying to be made out to. Because it does sound wild. It is something, and obviously it's a
pretty
wound.
sure he wore
it's a
gloves,
wound to
though, man.
explore. Like, I mean, to fuck with too. If you see a weakness and you trying to tear somebody down, it's like, well, fuck it.
Right.
All's fair in war, I guess, is how that shit is. But the bigger things is because all of this shit came at one time.
Right.
So they like, well, if we get him out of here on an animal level, if that don't work, let's get it on a human level.
Right.
And they start talking about this
His
man's
family.
child.
I think that's the most diabolical shit, because niggas don't fuck with animals. If somebody do something wrong to an animal, you going
Yo,
down.
right.
So the fact
Well,
that
we
they
seen
breaking
that
up this
happen already.
dog
Yeah.
But
That happened to what's his name?
Mike
Vick.
But that's sad.
That's wild.
That's sad, and it's not sad that people are standing up for animals because we should stand up for animals because they got life like everything else. But it's fucking sad that in the United States of America, a motherfucking animal's life is valued more than a motherfucking person.
Facts.
Because all these black motherfuckers and all these colored people getting killed ain't being motherfucking valued, and people don't give a fuck, and ain't nobody uproaring or raging about shit. So that's the crazy part about when they uproar and rage about animals, but don't uproar and rage about Breonna Taylor and all these different situations that we got going on.
That's a fact.
Yeah. But so in the other things that was going on in the situation, they talked about this man's son.
Right.
And that was some reports or something that she said she felt that she didn't one, she doesn't feel comfortable with anybody really around her son
she
at one
doesn't
point.
feel any. She expressed this when she was on Love and Hip Hop. She expressed that she just had the fear of leaving her child by themselves and a babysitter or a family member, will molest the child. Like, that was her biggest fear because that's something that she went through as a child. Right. And you can tell that was like a major thing. Like, she was
that's a
totally traumatic.
situation.
Yeah, exactly. So I can understand why she said she doesn't want Joe with her son by himself. And from the conversation that we heard with Joe and Sin that was leaked out, that wasn't leaked out by her, as we know from her response. But she basically was just like, no, like she didn't say anything that he couldn't in regards to like he's gonna harm the baby. She's just like, you're a busy man, you drink, that type of stuff. It wasn't like, oh, like you're a horrible father, I don't never want you around.
Yeah, but there was something else where she was where I saw that talked about her having an issue with the way that he kisses the baby and shit like that. It was like something totally different where it was like, oh, he kisses the baby open mouth. Like, it was some other shit.
Regardless, she said he's sitting around drinking Jameson all day. Right. The baby's, what, 2?
It's a she said that. She was like,
so
when was the last time he even...
My sister got a baby. You can't... I'm not allowing nobody who's drinking Jameson 3 shots watch a baby because that's the point when the baby's just starting to move.
Right.
Falling off couches, falling off beds.
And you still changing
shit,
diapers.
Eating it. I stuck raisins up my nose when I was a kid on some dumb shit. Like, that shit can be very... harmful. And if he's drinking, of course, that would make sense for her to say, I don't want you around my son all day because something can happen really fast.
I'm going to say this because we trying to treat this man as if like he's not the father of the child that she said he's a good father.
Right,
Correct.
she
She literally said that he's a good father.
Correct.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. At least the way I grew up, I've been with my parents out at a barbecue where I'm pretty sure they've probably been drinking, right or wrong. But
But not at like less
these
than
are
2 years
things
old.
that- I mean, I don't know, but
Right.
I can assume because I see it on a daily basis. Like, I see it happen. A 2-year-old ain't got much to say.
But also,
I know
why
that
would
sound
she say
crazy,
that?
but-
Well, I think she
Hold on,
was
hold on,
just
hold on.
saying...
So
Well,
that's the whole issue. Is like,
Right.
why is anything being said? Why was so before you ask even why a person would say something, ask why was the phone call recorded?
Right.
Why was the phone call recorded?
Yeah, that's
And why
because
were they asking her questions?
If I call any of y'all and I record the conversation, I know
It's a setup.
how to talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Me and my girl in real life get into arguments. I'll yell my ass off on the phone. Like, we're in a fucking heated argument, right? Now, if I'm calling to record the argument,
You're going to be
am I going to be yelling? Or
You
am I going
directing the whole conversation.
I'm the director. So I'm sitting there just like, hold on.
How was it
listen,
recorded so clear?
You're being.
Well, you could tell somebody recorded it because when you watch the clip, somebody had their hand over the video. So like you seen somebody's hand kind of like move. So she clearly had him on speaker and
Right. It looks like she wanted to record the conversation. Period. She knew it's not like, it doesn't sound like the conversation was recorded unbeknownst.
right.
Yeah.
It sounded like it
Twice.
was released unbeknownst.
Yeah.
It was
But
so
you were-
clear that they wanted it to be released.
So once again, if I talk to y'all and I'm recording a conversation, I'm going to be on the best behavior. I'm going to be on the phone. Connie, you're being irate. You're being ridiculous right now. Do you hear yourself? This is why I can't. Because I'm making you look like when we argue, it's not
Right.
both of us.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So you got to look at it from that perspective. And when he would say, when there were certain things that was said, like, you do this, or it was so many allegations in it. It was like, when you so you could drag me. He said, I dragged you in immediately.
He said, I put hands on you when?
He said, where did I drag you to?
She didn't go into specifics.
And then she said, well, maybe you were drunk or something like that. And he's like, no, I was aware. When did this happen? So it's not like he was even on the phone saying, well, I'm sorry about that. There was never a confirmation. So it's very, very dangerous when we're talking about recorded conversations. And that's even though she's upset and should be that her conversation was leaked.
But do you
it
think
would have
we
never
know?
been leaked if
you wasn't on that
She
side.
wasn't even by
hold on.
herself. She wasn't even by herself. There was somebody laughing in the back.
No, there was someone asking her questions to ask.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
that was
I didn't hear that. I just heard
She
laughing.
was asking questions to
but
ask.
all
Like,
of
ask
that-
him this.
All of that is, and no disrespect, this is with all due respect, right? But all of that is her fault. Like, if you come, like Dad was just about to say, you don't want to release, never record it.
She could have met
Well,
in
my
person.
thing.
Why-
But
why-
let's not jump the gun really quick. Let me play devil's advocate for
absolutely,
a second. Let's just say, right, the girl that was there with her was recording it without her knowing, but asking these questions. Because, you might have your homegirl there and you having a conversation with your man, right? Be like, no, ask him this then. To help you with it. That happens. But
It could be some love and hip
No
hop
way.
setup shit. The girl who's trying to be her friend in the car
Well,
recording it.
the alleged girl that
Let's not
was
think people
in
don't do that
this
shit.
whole conversation was her friend that she considered her sister. That's part of her team.
And they plot whatever they was doing foiled. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It went somewhere it wasn't supposed to go. And when we're mad at people, sometimes we'll do something that we
something
wouldn't
in
want to
reaction.
do.
Yep.
And she violated by putting that out. That
Yep.
would have never came out, and she would have had her situation the way it was. But once something is recorded
That's it.
and a person got
You
it, we
think
talk
she
about.
knows? You think she knows that though? Like in all.
Oh,
like,
absolutely. She knows, like,
you
damn,
think-
I wish I wouldn't have motherfucking recorded that shit, man. You know what I
think
mean?
she
It's-
knows it was recorded?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we know that? Do we think that she like did it from the rip? Like,
No.
knew from the
Do
rip?
we think that she knew that conversation was being recorded?
Yes, I do.
I think so.
I think because of the laughing, that's the part when I first heard the laughing, that just like turned me off because it made it seem like she wasn't even trying to be serious. The fact that she didn't say like, shut up, I'm trying to have a conversation to straighten my life out.
I think-
the person in the back was just laughing. And if you're trying to have that conversation, you shouldn't have nobody around you.
So this is a thing that we know, and that I know from a very small. I couldn't even imagine what it would be like to be, people on that level.
Right.
When she put out her post, it made perfect sense. She said what she said. We're human beings, and one of the best things that she said was, "We are public figures,
Yep.
not action figures." And
Right.
that was such a good line because one, you're not an action figure is something you play with.
Yep.
An action figure, would be this perfect thing, and we're not. If people could see every dumb argument any of y'all that are watching this fucking thing had, which is significant other, you would look ridiculous. I would look ridiculous.
Me too.
Everybody would.
Yep.
So that's the one thing, we report what we report because we talk about what's currently in the culture and in the news. But I 100% understand, respect, and for myself, I just wanted to make it clear, like I just told y'all last week that this was coming.
Yep.
Timing is very important when you see certain things take place. Timing is everything. When certain things happen, like we said on that man's birthday, it was the timing. When he said what he had to say, you know what I'm saying? And I told y'all something was coming in the very next week, the timing. Because obviously whatever this behavior is all existed before this.
Previously, yeah.
So imagine nothing happened, no beef with a big company, everything's all good, everything's regular. You still don't hear about this. Fallout happens next year, you hear about all of this.
He went against the grain. That's what it is.
And real quick, if I can, fellas, ladies and gentlemen of the cast, I just want to say, like, real quick, because I want to touch on what Garnett was saying as far as like some fatherhood shit, right? Before we leave the topic, and because I think it's important and it's vital, because I heard you mention like just some of her past that we've heard, and again, prayers to Sin and any woman that's ever been through like some horrific shit in
Her whole life. Her brother's situation, suicide, man, that shit real, man. Her life is real.
I get it. Especially when you hear about a young girl being like raped or whatever, anything. But my whole thing, and the reason why I'm Gary speak on this is because I've dealt with situations like this where like I've had like a woman, a female, right? And you dealing with me. You decide to deal with me. You decide to deal with me on another level where we move in together. We talking about children, right? And things of this nature. I just feel like when you cross a certain line as far as having a child, like that's my life too. Mm-hmm. That's my world too. You no longer get to just make all these decisions by yourself. And I think that laws and the designs of time have made it to where women do have the upper hand. Mm-hmm. And a lot of laws will go in their favor. And I've been in those courts, in those child support courts, and I've seen unfit moms get chance after chance before they take the child and give it with the fit father.
On crack, everything. That's real shit.
And all I'm saying is this. And I'm not even talking about their situation anymore. You know, any female, like if you got some things going on, right? And let's say that it's like some real tragedy shit, some secrets that, you know, you scorn, you scarred internally. And these are things that, you know, it's not easy for you to just share with anybody, you know, because that situation like that with her, like, not wanting anybody around her child bodies, the drinking shit and all that is legit. I can go with that. Okay, you can definitely tell me to pipe down and behave accordingly when I got to watch my child.
Absolutely.
That makes sense all day, every day. Yeah. But as far as, like, some of these issues that you might have had when you was young, I feel like those type shit and that type shit, we need to discuss that before you have my child. Like, we really do. And I ain't saying we need to discuss your personal secrets that you may not want to share with nobody in the world because it's so dark and deep. But if it's that, then we may need to not have a child.
Maybe she didn't know in that, because you got to think about it. It took her a long time to even have that conversation. She had to get therapy because it was so you got to think about it. It doesn't really affect you until you have a child, right?
Yeah, I get it.
So when she had the child, then she's like, oh, hell no. Like, I could never, you know what I'm saying? So, so we don't deal with it unless...
In postpartum,
everything triggers.
That's a big thing, and she spoke on that. We know this as just a fact. This is just scientific fact.
Yeah.
The things that women go through, like, we have to be mindful of people's, like she talked about, you know, mental health. Like, everybody goes through shit.
Yes.
And
we're human.
I understand that when she says, listen, man, if a person takes a snapshot of you, because that's what that conversation is, it's a snapshot of a moment. It doesn't even define that woman or anything, even who she is, period, from record. It's just something that happened, and unfortunately, it got published to the world. Mm-hmm. But guess what? They gonna be all right.
They are.
Sin Santana gonna be straight. Joe Budden is going to 100% be straight because this is just what he do. And, you know, that situation will be what it is, man. Mm-hmm. And obviously, because they are public figures, because that's what makes your life luxurious, is the fact that people find your life entertaining, even for us on that small scale. Right. You know what I'm saying? But in something related to that, something else is in the news, and that's Dr. Dre. And... his divorce numbers, $2 million
alimony
a month.
The list is crazy.
So, but it is temporary. It's
it's temporary until she get the big bread, big bag.
But that is from basically what I was reading. It can change. It definitely could change between the set alimony after the cases. But right now, it's basically off of status quo.
Right.
It's however the person was living. I'm pretty sure everybody knows. It's however the person was living.
They gotta maintain that life.
If the person can pay for it. You could definitely fill this back up with a little Patroni.
Bartender Chelsea Lee in the background.
You want it straight?
Like
I want it on the rocks, baby.
You are all-star tender. You are all-star tender. You just all over this bitch.
She playing DJ, host.
Yeah, do all of this at once.
And she said she want to twerk later. That's like 5 different jobs.
And listen, and she just cooked for us earlier. She really cooked for us earlier.
Tacos,
rice, all of that.
And she domesticated. Mm-hmm. Y'all better get with Chelsea.
If Chelsea made tacos, had the tequila ready, she a whole little Mexican motherfucker tonight.
Yeah, but the chips was black. The chips.
The chips was Black Lives Matter too. Shout out to Chelsea. Damn.
Look, she out here, y'all. She out here.
Yo. Get back.
Shit, I ain't get shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I ain't get shit. It's hilarious.
Take care of the Dawn, the Milk Dud Dawn.
The Milk Dud Dawn. Crazy.
Milk Dud Don, that's my new shit. That's my
He
new
uses
shit.
D with everything.
You know who would scrape a nigga for $2 million a month?
Not
Who that?
me.
Waleska Dick.
Well, let's go
But let
put
me
the
tell you-
beats. She put the beats on the beat man.
Not for nothing. I mean, she was with him for 24 years.
Nah, I
Like,
get it.
It's so
I
much.
dedicated my life to you for 24 years. Whatever. I mean, I don't know what the dynamics of their relationship or whatever the case may be, but like, if I was with you for that long and like it took that long for me to get a divorce, yes, I need my however I was living my life at that moment, I want to proceed to be, keep living my life that way.
How many beats you make?
What?
How many of these beats did you make?
I never made beats.
I want to know. I want to
It
know.
don't matter. I was there. When you came home, I was doing you. I cooked you dinner. I raised your kids.
So in
I washed
retrospect,
your
the
clothes.
butt cost
I
$2
cleaned your
million.
crib.
Yes,
I did everything. So if I made sure you was okay at home, yes, I deserve all of that. Especially if I was with you for 24 years.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
Her basic, like her whole thing is that like fight for this $2 million per month is, yo, listen, we've been together 24 years.
Right.
And the majority of your net worth that, he's considered a billionaire, 800, around 800K came from at least when they've been together.
Yeah.
But the thing that is a little
800.
800K.
million.
I'm sorry. 800 million. I apologize.
Yeah.
But the thing is that she also signed a prenuptial agreement
did.
leading up to the wedding 24 years ago. And now she's saying that she felt pressured. She felt under pressure because basically like, yo, listen, either you sign it or we not getting married.
That's what the prenup is for.
And
That is the point of it.
Hold on. So
Look at that. Dad, like, our guy's been saved. You don't have to pay.
So hold on, but so they end up getting married, and she said maybe about 2 or 3 years into the marriage, he grabs the prenup forms and stuff and rips it up and say, you know what, baby, this is done, this is over. Like
Nigga got the craziest head ever.
So I don't know how to.
It might have.
I don't know how to really.
Let me tell you something. It might have been, and you know what happens in those situations? Your lawyers, everybody is in your ear, your family, your mom, everybody's like, no, you need to sign a prenup. She's going to take all your money. Da-da-da-da-da. He probably realized, like, you know what I'm saying? She's not going to take all, that's not the type of woman she is. I mean, she's been with him for 24 years. After 3 years, but she's been with him for 24 years. Like, something happened, and I respect her for not even addressing what they've been dealing with, what she has been dealing with in that relationship. I respect her 100%. That's why I feel like she deserves that $2 million.
Now, you know what happened is, so that happened, they got married around like 96, right? Eminem ain't dropped too far after that. Then they got a Diamond album, crazy.
Yeah.
50
Eminem was like 90, 99.
But she still stayed with him for 24 years. At the end of the day, how much
definitely.
money he make? What is really $2 million a year? The money he's
24
making.
million.
The money a month. How much? Like, look at the money he's making.
that's
Oh,
what
okay.
That's what she's saying. 2 million.
24 million a
A
year.
month.
A year.
But so I'm just. This is just so
You
we
wanna
can
see the
have a
list?
conversation. Just so we can have a conversation.
Okay.
It's do you know how much $24 million a year
That's a
is
lot of
to
money.
do what?
A lot of money.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
To
No,
uphold an
no,
image,
I'm saying-
to uphold an image. and a
so
lifestyle,
what I'm
that's what
asking
You
is-
ain't
what I'm
even
asking
have
is-
to go to the yearly
so
number.
does she
the
work it-
monthly number's crazy.
No.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
let's
no.
go through the
Hold
breakdown.
on. Before we get to the breakdown, if I'm giving you 24, so you've been living the whole time with me, right? So that means that you've been doing a job, is what you're saying. You've been doing a job, and that job, you're saying the value was $2 million a month.
Right.
You got fired from the job.
No, well,
You quit the
that's
job.
the thing, though. That's the thing. It's not even about the job that was happening and going on. It's basically the life that we were living together.
I understand.
For 24
But-
years.
But
No,
I
so-
get that. So let me finish. What I'm saying is, you're saying you deserve that off of being in this partnership with me while I'm making the beats. You're holding the crib down or something, right? Isn't
Right.
that kind of what we're saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to make sure that we.
That's what we're saying.
So now we're saying I'm going to go further, right? We're going to end here. Why do I still have to give you that amount forever if we not in the partnership no more? We not in a partnership. All these deals and shit that I'm doing, I did. And I understand coming up with an amount that you're not leaving a person high and dry or whatever like that. But come on, man. In some of these cases, it just be like ridiculous. Like
Well, it's technically not $2 million. It's 1.936.
Because I'm gonna tell you.
I get what they're saying.
Let me break it down.
This what I'm saying.
I get what they're saying. Are these the couple numbers? Because this should be the single
No.
number.
But and that's
And these are
exactly
the
what it
couple
is.
numbers.
So
These are the
what
numbers
it
when we
is
was together,
that,
bitch.
whatever that
You about to
number
live by
is,
yourself. All
Well,
this
no,
gets
but
split in half.
let's not disrespect her because we
No,
don't
we're not
know.
talking
We're
about
not
her. We're not talking about
disrespecting.
her.
We're not
I'm just talking
disrespecting
about in
nobody.
any situation.
We're
not talking about their
everything
situation.
we're using is a fucking canvas to have a discussion as
Right.
if we're in whatever that discussion is, right? That's kind of how we're looking at this. So all I'm saying is, and now I'm paying you $2 million. What goes on from there? You know how many people's situation is like, okay, so now I'm paying you $2 million. You're with Johnny John now, and Johnny John's riding around in my car.
Well, at least it'll be, well, like Garnett said in the beginning, things alter and change. So it'll be, if she remarries and moves on, she doesn't get any more alimony. That's done.
Exactly.
No. But I know people that
say.
didn't get married. Yo,
They don't get married on purpose.
I used to deal with this white girl, right? And the white girl's dad, right, like wrote this suicide note. Like, shit was crazy. He wrote like a suicide letter. Shit was super dark in their family, and he was ready to off himself because his alimony situation with her mom was so crazy that they wouldn't change it from the new money that he makes now. So he used to make, 6 figures, whatever the case may be, and that's what he was locked into paying. So now he got to the point where they not together. He got a different girlfriend, right? He lived with her. The new job he got don't pay as much, and he's paying so much money to his wife that he can't contribute in his household, where he's like saying, like, as a man, I feel like I'm not a man.
Right.
I can't. All my money goes here. And now
His
the mom.
lawyer must have fucked that up.
Now
though.
his mom, the
And that's
daughter,
the thing.
hold on, and his kids is like, yo, mom, you're fucking wildin'. Like,
Right.
you been with this other nigga for like 10 years. He be here, like, you won't commit to him or get married only because it stops the check from dad.
Well, if
And
the guy that's putting dick in her should be paying for everything else.
No, that's what
so
Dev's
that's
saying.
what I'm saying. Is even her
I'm
own-
agreeing with you. That don't make no
That's what I'm
sense.
saying. So, but what I'm saying is, women always. How soon is she gonna move on? She's
We
gonna
don't know.
move on.
Right.
He's a beautiful woman, got money somewhere like that. What is the scenario like that takes care of men? Like, okay, now my woman's moved on. She has a partner. It gotta
What do I
be,
get?
she gotta marry a nigga, or not just get married and they both could just live off my bread plus
So maybe,
his.
so
It ain't
what
a lot
about,
of laws
but what
out
about
there
if
for
there
that.
is there might be something where if she does move on, I'm pretty sure, like, I know Dr. Dre is not like, I know his lawyers are probably on their shit and is like, listen, you can get this until X, Y, and Z. What you gonna do? Be sneaking around a boyfriend all your life? That's not gonna
But I
happen.
don't think that's what I'm saying is I don't think there's a law. Let us know in the comments, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Let us know. We could discuss it in a live chat and shit
Yeah.
like
You
that.
can say
Like,
he's your gay friend.
you could say, I mean, if it's just a dude you fucking, how could they take something from you for that? So that's the way where they could get over a lot of times in these situations, because like in this woman's situation, like it was real. Like her kids was like, yo, you got dad fucked up, man. Let that shit go.
Right.
Y'all shit done. You got another nigga. And me as the dude, I could never be with my girl and then we just together for 10 years and we living off of her old dude's bread.
If I
as
was with a
man.
millionaire for 24 years, I would have way more money saved
She
up
probably has money
to
saved
where,
up.
where I need $2 million
Yo,
a
listen,
year.
on
This is literally just procedure. Like, it's not even a thing where I
Right.
think it's like spiteful. Because even like looking up the law in California and the way they even calculate the number, they have a sheet for it that the lawyers go off of to get a number like $2 million.
Well, is the number based off of the fact that she wanted how much originally? What did she ask for from the beginning?
No, the number isn't based off that. I'm not sure what she asked for. The number is literally based off of the living that the two were living together, and if the person can pay for it. So, it's Dr. Dre, basically his family spend roughly, from what they making it seem like, $2 million a month. So that's why the rundown is so crazy, where it's like $20K. It's like,
So the rundown is like, okay, she has here's the breakdown. Laundry and clean. This is from TMZ. Laundry and cleaning, $10,000 a month. Clothes, $135. This might not be her list. This might not be her breakdown.
This isn't for one person.
Yeah,
it's whatever
this
that family
a collective.
is spending.
Yes. Clothes, $135,000 a month. Education, tuition.
Hold on, clothes.
Clothes.
That sounds wild.
Jeez, that sounds like Wally.
No, but this is them together.
Fuck you
This
throwing
is
everything
dumb.
away every day.
It's everything. It's not just her.
What do they do after they get dressed? After they come in at night, throw it in the dumpster?
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, education meaning tuition and living expenses, $60,000 a month. Entertainment, $900,000 a month. This is what they were doing.
Damn.
Charitable.
Entertainment.
It's COVID. What
the fuck?
entertainment?
These
Where the
niggas,
fuck are they going for
they got
entertainment?
hologram movies that they live in. Like,
They getting Beyonce to sing at dinners?
But
Like, personally?
But the thing is this. That's the wild thing is that you're looking at the lifestyle that they was living before
right.
she fought or before the divorce was
Exactly.
filed.
That's
This
what I
was-
said earlier. Though.
this
They
is
the
just
couples
how-
numbers.
Yeah, they're a couple. That's a
This
collective,
is how
the family.
With no
was
kids?
living.
I don't
No,
give a
I'm-
fuck if it was 4 families.
No,
Oh my God.
it's
But it's
outlandish.
I know.
him though.
Yeah.
Listen, the sad part about this, and what I want to make a point is real quick, and the sad part about this is that I hope Dr. Dre definitely, has some great attorneys, and I'm not saying that she shouldn't get anything.
No, she should definitely.
She should definitely. She been there 24 years. I
Right.
feel
She
like
should get a
I would
healthy
want
chunk.
my wife who been there with me 24 years, and I've accomplished so much. I would be already trying to take care of you. I don't
Right.
even know how we couldn't figure it out, me and you. I don't even know how we got to get the courts involved, but whatever.
Because they
But-
all getting a piece of that money.
But
No, that's a fact.
But let's not, again, ladies, we love y'all. Women, we love y'all. This is not our beef with y'all. This is the beef with the designs and how they separate us and how they always divide us. Because on a small scale, I know dudes, right? And I know that if the small scale go like this, I know on a large scale, if a nigga ain't got his paperwork right, his lawyer right, his shit in place, a prenup, something, they gonna try to fuck you over, right? A man, a powerful, especially man of color. I'ma say it. It is
Especially
what
when
it
that
is,
really
right?
got it.
Because look, on a small scale, I know niggas that be on Facebook right now. When they check come in bi-weekly, they post that shit and be damn near about to commit suicide.
That's what I'm
I done
saying.
seen these posts where I feel so bad for a motherfucker. It be women coming in, pouring in with love and sympathy for a nigga because his check be like a $2,000 check, right? And he done had 5 kids. The chick done chose to have the 5 kids too. Or whatever, 2 chicks if he had 2 apiece, 3 with 1, whatever. He did it. He's a fertile guy. Listen, you got the babies, right? But for a nigga to bring home 2 G's a week, he trying, right? He working, you owe 2 G's bi-weekly, right? And then you take 300 or 400 per 5 childs, 350. That's my whole shit. The nigga sitting there showing his shit like, yo, after child support,
Nigga,
my check
you
was
almost in debt.
$19.50. Listen, my check was $19.50. They left me with the 30.
You living off credit.
And guess what? They done did this shit. I know, and I'm speaking on a smaller scale right now, but I know that on a large scale, it got some similarities. And I know that this shit works the same.
Right.
But I'm telling you, they done tricked us so bad to be against each other because it be females that be so mad at their baby dad over like fucking with another bra or whatever in situations like this, or because it didn't work out, that they'll allow this shit to go down. But this your child's father. Yeah. This the father of the home. This the man in the family.
And
But a lot of those situations, though, I'm not going to say a lot of them, but a majority of them, the father is not around.
Oh yeah, no.
So you have no choice to do so.
So let's be clear. We are talking about 2 different things, like because obviously in that situation, Wally is right. There's niggas that definitely need to be put on child support.
Yeah.
But we talking about, we know in certain cases it'll be somebody that has. They got to pick up their son. They might have their son on Christmas, but they can't buy him nothing because I already gave the money to your mom, and that they kind of want the dad to be looked at like that too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We definitely talking about the men that want to be there, the men that's providing, right? And not only on no paper tip, because that's just like I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of got like that feeling. you know, when you were speaking about the Sin Santana thing, and I'm hearing like, you know, a woman say like, well, I don't really want him around like the baby like that or some shit. Now the drinking shit, okay, that makes a little more sense. But as far as anything else, like your personal shit and not wanting me like around my son, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like...
No, she wanted them to co-parent. And that wasn't happening because they kept having issues amongst each other. She wanted something for them to work together rather than having the baby go by himself.
Because I'm not sure if it was a thing. Like, I think those were we're mixing up two different conversations and things that was happening. And we don't know what time period that those things happened, where one thing was talking about he's this way inappropriate with my son, and then something else is two different things. That's two different, totally different things.
Either way, I just feel like in a conversation when we talking about these kids and shit, and I get it because they was together, I guess, in that situation is a little different, going back to the Sin and Joe thing. But like, don't turn like the babies and shit into like bargaining chips and shit like that. Because sometimes I'm not saying them in that case, but a lot of times.
I'm talking about Dr. Dre. I'm saying I don't think she's turning like her family. I just think this is what they're doing. This is protocol. This is just how they do things, and they're just calculating their lifestyle as a whole, as an entity.
So if I ask you this is how I could get to the nitty gritty of what women think. If he has $1 billion and it's time for a divorce, and the $1 billion came from him making beats, him making power moves, him inventing shit, like art,
from them beats,
art comes out of a person's soul. It's not like just crunching numbers or selling he sold a bunch of Tupperware. It's like a nigga took a part of his soul, something in all the shit we danced to, groove to, came out of this man's fucking soul, and he gave it to the earth, and it made all of this money. Do you think that she should get half that $1 billion?
I don't think she should get it half.
No, not half.
Not half.
I think at least 30%.
I would say 25.
Because if your energy was there, I helped you make that energy.
Exactly.
Because I was your girl.
And not even that.
I fuck with that. I mean,
listen. I'm writing that in my prenup, nigga. I'm protecting my energy too, nigga.
Nah, but
you gotta think about the woman at the end of the day, like, when that man comes home and he needs that person to communicate with, to talk to, you don't know if he had that, say that Apple deal he had, right? You don't know if he had he was doubting it and he had a discussion with his wife, like, listen, do you think that, what about she was like, you know what, babe, this is the right thing that you should do? Or what about she would have said, this is the wrong thing, he would have never made that deal. We don't know the dynamic.
Should have said
not
that.
Only
she
that,
asking for 20K phone bills.
Not only that.
She gonna remember when she made a nigga make that much money.
Not only that, but just shout the women, because, you know, we never want the women to listen, you do right, period. You ain't even gotta do nothing. You ain't gotta make no beats. You ain't gotta make the beat. You ain't gotta make half of the beat. But if you provide, I know. No, but Dev even know what I'm saying though, because I get it. But Dev know that him and Connie right now, he knows as long as she giving him a peace of mind and good energy, so he can come here and bust his ass and create and be in that good space. That right there. And you able to do that. Listen, you able to do that for 15 years straight. All this hard work, all this shit, and the whole time she made it super peaceful to be able to be done. Yep. She was super understanding. She was a super partner.
It's a lot of bad.
That has value.
There is no relationship.
That has value.
Well,
it's not. Peaceful. It's not.
That super is always
reverse this.
All of that.
Reverse this. Me and Connie together, right? Connie makeup line goes crazy. Boom. This shit is bigger than Mac. Boom. We together for 15 years, whatever the case, right? We divorce. How would I be perceived if I say I deserve to have half of her makeup empire?
Well, half is a lot.
Like the nigga that was the guy that was with Mary J.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the guy that was with Mary J. He took money.
So hold on, he got half the bread too?
No, the thing is,
he took money, but I don't. It was a crazy
So what I'm
scenario.
asking
He's
is,
supposed to. He's a
shout to the queen. Yo, shout to the queen though, Mary J. But I love you, baby. I just had to
and shout
talk
to you
about
on that new Power episode.
He took some money.
I like it.
Yes, we love you.
But yeah, there is a new thing now where it's stay-at-home dudes.
Look at Chelsea Lee.
She's hilarious.
She's being everybody
I'm about
tonight.
to go play the game too. I'll be right back.
I think Garnett's blocking her. Look.
She's being everybody tonight. And she can't help them fucking Levi's fit like a certain way, so she just acting fucking crazy tonight. Shout out to Levi's. They gotta give her a check. Give her a check or she ain't wearing them shits no more.
Let me get my ends.
Listen, man.
Nah, it's still a that's just
I
a
just
crazy game,
listen, man.
It
I
really
I don't
is.
think I would look at you any different though. Like, I think 50%
I think
is a lot.
I think people in general would be like, damn,
People
he trying to
would.
take 50. He trying to take
Because you the
half of her-
man. The man's
Right,
supposed to be the
they think
provider.
that.
So it's this whole nother thing where
See?
the man shouldn't take from the woman. The woman should add
So
to
we
the
can't
woman.
be broke ass niggas.
No. We're not saying
Y'all
that.
can be, but it's not really
Nah, it's a law. We can't be.
acceptable.
Right, but
Right.
see,
It's
so,
not
so,
mainstream yet, basically.
so when
it's
we
not
look-
a mainstream thing
The
yet.
man is supposed to provide and protect the woman.
So when we dealing with things of extreme talent, it would be like if I was with fucking I'm not Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats happens to have those talents. If I don't have the talents and I'm with Alicia Keys, I mean, how much money can I make compared to Alicia Keys? I'm just a regular dude. So I'm holding it down. She's pouring all these songs out of her motherfucking soul. She makes X amount of hundreds of millions of dollars. We break up and I'm like, yeah, I feel like half that is mine.
Yep.
And we had a prenup. They would say, if you don't get your bald head
So-
ass out of here,
That's
Dev,
facts.
they would tell you, they would say, if you don't get your motherfucking raggedy ass
Can I
up
tell
out
you
of
why
here.
though? Can I tell you why? I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm just speaking for the females out there. Okay?
Whip the hair. Anytime she
I'm gonna
whip
tell
the
you
hair,
why.
bullshit coming.
Especially when you got kids. I'm gonna tell you why. Because number one, we birth the kids. Number two, we majority of the time take care of the kids. Majority of the time, okay. We cook, we clean, we do all that. You get what I'm saying? You might have sex with me and give me that pleasure. Yeah, that's awesome. But the stigma is.
My dick ain't worth nothing in the relationship, huh, Connie? This is how that's
Hold on,
going to be,
Can
Connie.
I get to my point?
I'm taking this like if Connie said it.
unlike men, we still gonna get our shit done
damn.
without it. Y'all start acting crazy when y'all don't get pussy.
Exactly.
Y'all treat yo.
Yes, you do. Niggas start acting crazy when they don't starting fights, acting crazy, all doing all
Y'all-
this shit.
yo.
Women,
So I
we
really-
still gonna get
I
our
got-
business done. Dick
Go
or no
ahead,
dick.
go ahead, say it. Go
Y'all
ahead,
treat
go
our,
ahead.
y'all
Nah,
treat
nah.
our meats like cheap meat,
We
like
don't.
Lunch
pork.
meat.
We're
It's
just
lunch
saying.
This the cheapest
We
meat
just
on
saying.
the. This the cheapest meat on the market, huh? Pork. This
Lunch
like,
meat.
what the fuck?
No, but
Pork is gross.
I honestly think the bigger kind of question is yo, like, does that just make marriage a bad business move for men? Because it would seem like no matter on either side, if you're paying it, it's like, damn, I'm stuck in this systematic trap that
Right.
porters talk about. And then if it's like, if I'm receiving it, well, it's like, yo, well, it looks like that nigga
You a
broke.
bitch.
Yeah,
Right.
you just looked at on
You a
a crazy
womanizer.
level.
Yeah,
so
you a womanizer.
so marriage may be based upon getting your business together. That person, you got to be on the same accord with that person because this is business. When you're talking $2 million and the nigga
Yeah.
is worth $1 billion, this
This
is
is
a
business.
it's just a business move at the end of the
Listen,
day.
and when we speaking about these women issues with y'all, like it's almost like it's almost like us talking to like the good cops, trying to tell them about the bad cops, and they either gotta like speak up or just keep being with the bad cops, like cause you be acting like you don't want to like. Come on, we gotta break things.
Yo.
The only way we gonna get things back here, and with men and women like this, and us being best friends again, is for y'all to like really gotta tell the truth about the women committee, this powerful committee y'all
Well,
have.
no, we
I
do
love
have,
that,
no,
Rich.
women,
Come on,
Listen,
Tell the
listen,
truth about
women-
what?
Yo,
But-
look.
But
This
you
nigga's
got-
a hell
but
of a
what
lawyer.
What are you saying? Tell the truth in what regard, though?
I'm just saying, like, as far as like, I don't know, like
We don't
like,
make the
like,
laws.
no, that's like
We just live in it.
Nah, but
We
listen,
don't make
y'all-
the game.
but
We just playing it.
Anything, listen, anything.
Don't be mad at the player. Be mad at the game.
Exactly. Any laws.
I didn't choose to
any
be born
law-
with the
look,
vagina.
I'm so
I
glad.
just got it.
No, I'm so glad she spoke. She said they didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on them. Nah, but no bullshit.
don't wanna, like,
listen,
stop
Chelsea.
my
I get that. Listen, you didn't make the rules. You guys didn't make them. Wally didn't make them neither. I get that. But
We're not the dictators.
when they're highly in your favor and they're kind of like oppressing another group, which is the men to a certain extent in a lot of situations, especially like child support situations, shit like that, all of that shit. Like in certain situations, not all, but some.
Right.
Like, we gotta like kind of like say what's right, man. Because y'all can't never expect men to be on the same page. And I'm talking universal now, 2020, just men and women getting back to where we need to be. We gotta like be more honest, regardless of what gender is doing the wrong. We gotta say, like us, if y'all want us to come on, all the time, just be like, no, he was wrong for that. We don't do that. As men, we not supposed to do that. I can say, and I did it and I was wrong. We gotta come better. We gotta be leaders.
So
we gotta
women
be, and
from
we
the
gotta
gate
be fearless.
say, if we get divorced, I want 30%. So he could say, bitch, I ain't paying that. Get out of here. Or yes, I could afford that.
I mean,
Yeah, and
24
if you
years,
get-
you worth 30 maybe.
And if you get hit with an ultimatum in the beginning, I'm gonna close on this.
Yep.
If you get with an ultimatum, I mean, if you want to call it forcing, that's what an ultimatum is. If I
yeah.
say, yo, y'all, we doing this, and this is y'all split of the show, and the person is like, nah, I don't want to do that, and we agree not to do that, then that was what we came to the agreement on,
Yeah.
not afterwards saying something different. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's the same thing with anything. And you got to think about this man at that time period. He's already Dr. Dre.
Yep.
He's Dr. Dre. When you met him, he
underground.
like-
we talking about he's
wasn't
broke like 4 or
NWA,
5 different
yep.
people already. Like
he's Dr. Dre.
he's a legend.
He's legendary from NWA 6 years before that or
Yep.
some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then he's still popping. And this is during the time 90. Was it 96?
96.
So this is like Pac world.
Yeah.
Because Pac died in 96. So,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like the Pac shit already happened, all of that. So just imagine that this man said, yeah, I need to come to this agreement with you at this point because
It's
I can
reasonable.
kind of, do this with any woman. You know what I'm saying? And let's be honest, we definitely got to account for a woman holding down a family and doing that shit
Correct.
for years. But let's not make it like the nigga wasn't going to make the beats. Like he would like
No, yeah, we're not taking
no,
that
but
credit
what I'm
from
saying
him,
is
yeah.
when you talk about exceptional talent, man, when you think about somebody eating off of something that come out of your soul, yo, come on, man.
It weighs
I feel
more
like
than
you
just
looking
staying
at
at
my
home and being a
soul.
parent.
I mean, listen. I'm not saying
It
that.
weighs more.
I'm just saying not a half a billion. A half a billion.
But if it comes natural to you, that's
That's my
not
gift.
even work.
That's my gift from God.
Right, but it comes natural to you.
Now you trying to snatch the fruits of my gift from God. You know what I mean?
I'm not trying
That's
to
how
snatch
shit go,
it.
OJ. But we ain't gonna go about that. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
That's how it look.
Facts.
It's
He's
real-
somewhere. He probably somewhere in Compton right now, listening to "Bitches Ain't Shit." I used to know a bitch named.
Listen,
Fuck all
with,
that.
listen. With that being said, because OJ listening to that is disturbing. I have my thoughts about OJ Simpson. Y'all
too.
already know that I would like to
He
put
did
my
it.
hands on OJ Simpson.
I
I
was talking about Dr. Dre. But
Oh, I
You
thought you were
talking
talking
about
about
Dr. Dre listening to
I thought
Bitches
you was
Ain't
talking
Shit.
about OJ.
Me
That's
too.
why I said he did it.
I just imagined instantly
no,
OJ just riding around.
OJ need to be somewhere listening to the OJs. He need to chill. He need to fucking
That
chill
nigga
out
on
already.
Twitter having opinions. That's what he on.
Well,
man.
we need to listen to Funch the Camden Kid. Where Was You? And this is, for myself, for motherfucking Garnett Briscoe, for motherfucking DJ Chelsea Lee, for motherfucking Porter Rich, and for Wally D.
Now they see me rolling and I'm stunting. Me and him grab the pole, get the hunting. The old heads never told us nothing. But now they acting like we own something. Like we ain't having hard, like we stole or something. Don't make me grab my hoodie like it's cold or something. And then they act surprised like they ain't know we coming. Jump out, close range, start to throwing something. For real, niggas better chill it. Hit somebody on your block every day, make them feel it. And when you cup full, sometimes you spill it. And just to cross the bridge, sometimes you gotta build it. Listen to me. I was down on my luck. Where was you at? I said, where was you at? I almost gave up. I almost said, fucking nigga. Where was you at? I said, where was you at? When I lost all my work, I lost the whole bag. Where was you at? I said, where was you at? My ops tried to kill me. They was trying to smoke me home. And where was you at? Where was you? When I was in the cell, where was you? When I was doing bad, where was you? When I called home, where was you? When I was doing bad, where was you?
Ooh, that Michael